I have a statement that I would like to make today. Everybody who talks about God isn't living for God. And everybody who talks about heaven isn't going to live in heaven. Just because you talk about God doesn't mean when you leave this world that you're going to get to live with God. And just because you say when you die you want to go to heaven, it doesn't just mean you're automatically going to go to heaven. And somebody may say, what do you mean? Well, I want you to think about your life. And I want you to truly be real and ask yourself the question. Are you one of those people who are constantly talking about the goodness of God? You serve a good God, a great God, a mighty God, but when it boils down to it, you're just not living for God. I can raise my hand because I know I was guilty of it. Are you one of those people that say you give all praises to God? There's nobody like your God, but you just won't be obedient and live for your God. See, you always talking about him, but you're never walking for him. You're constantly talking about the king, but are you truly living for the king? And just because you're talking about him, it doesn't make you right with him, because there's going to be a lot of people that talked about the Lord, but they will hear, depart from me, from the Lord. I want you to overlook your life and be real with yourself. And then be real and just ask yourself the question and say, yes, every Sunday I'm waving my hands and I'm giving all praises to him. But when I truly overlook my life, I'm not living for him. I'm not glorifying him. I'm not pulling people to him, but I'm actually pulling people from him. Because again, that was my life at one point. I said all this stuff, but I wasn't doing it. Can you truly be real with yourself and say it? Are you one of those people that you read the word, but you're just not a doer of the word? Oh, you know it left and right, but you just don't live by it. Are you one of those people that constantly say you talk about heaven? You say you're going to walk around heaven, but you're not living a life to get you to heaven. You say when you die you want to go to heaven, but are you truly living like a citizen of heaven? Talking the talk is not going to get us the right way, but we got to start living the right way. Everybody, when they leave this world, wants to go the right way, but are we truly living the righteous way? When everybody dies, they want to live with the Lord, but how many people are truly living for the Lord? And I can tell you, just talking about him doesn't make you right with him. Because when you still living outside the will of him, if you close your eyes, you will not get to see him. So if that's you on today, what changes in your life that you know you truly need to make to say, yes, I'm constantly talking about God, but I know in my heart, I'm not living for God. I still have this secret life that maybe the pastor don't know about, the members don't know about, but God knows all about. I got that secret hate in my heart. I'm going places I have no business going. I'm doing things I have no business doing. I'm watching things I have no business watching. I'm treating people a way that I know I shouldn't be treating them, but I'm doing things that way because my pastor don't know I'm living that way. Those members don't know I'm living that way. But what about God knowing that you're living that way? And I can raise my hand because I can tell you right now, I spent too many years of my life making sure I had the pastor food, making sure I had the members food, but I never had God food. And that could very well be you on today. See, in front of people, you put on this squeaky clean image and you got everybody else food. But I want you to think about this. Just because you got everybody else food, what good is it in you having everybody else food, but you will never have God food? When we leave this world, we have to stand before one person. That's him and not them. It doesn't matter if you had people on the job food, off the job food. It don't matter if you had the people at your bank food, at your local grocery store food, at the church food. but you can never have God food. And that's what I had to realize, and that's what the Lord had to deal with me about. You're living the wrong way. So why do you think your soul is going to go the right way? And the Lord had to deal with me. You talk about me, you glorify me, but you're not even living for me. And could that be you? And the Lord has been dealing with you about that within your life. You're constantly waving your hand and you giving all praises to the Lord, but you're not living for the Lord. If you still have the breath in your body, today is the day to say, I'm not just going to talk about him, but I want to start living for him. I'm not just talking about my Father, but I want to be about my Father's business. Can you truly say on today that you're about your Father's business? Today is the day. If you're not, that you need to seek the Lord and go to the Lord and start living a life that's pleasing to the Lord. Because again, there's a lot of people that say they want to live with the Lord. It's a lot of people that say when they die, they want to go to heaven. But again, are you conducting yourself like you want to go to heaven? The way you live your life on this temporary world, the way you're living your life, are you conducting yourself like a citizen of heaven? Or are you truly conducting yourself like a citizen of hell? And you know the way that you're living. Nobody else has to know your life, because you already know your life and God already knows your life. So on today, if you need to truly start seeking the Lord and say, Lord, I'm tired of just talking about you. I'm tired of just giving all these praises to you. And I know I'm not living for you, because those empty praises are not doing anything for God. They may be doing something for man, but it sure ain't doing nothing for Son of Man. It's not doing anything to him. Because just like when I was in church waving my hand and giving all praises to him, I'm leaving out that church no longer living for him. And could that be you? The Lord is saying, like it says in the word of God, these people, they honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. And could that very well be you? You're just honoring the Lord with your lips, but your heart is far from the Lord. And how do you know if your heart is far from the Lord? Because you're not living for the Lord. When you get up every day, do you try to live a life that's pleasing to the Lord? And if you're not trying to live a life that's pleasing to the Lord, when your eyes close, you will not get to live with the Lord. So if that's you on today, let's seek him. Let's have a true relationship with him so we can know we can get our lives together. And when we're talking about him, when we're giving all glory to him, we can truly know when our eyes close, we will be forever greeted by him. So always remember my closing. Self-examination is the best examination. And Jesus Christ is Lord, and he's all we have. Have a great rest of the day.